Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm Pastor Wayne Moore, your co-host.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
Yes, it is. Great looking shirt, friend.
Thank you. That's an awful nice shirt there, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think you can get those here.
No, I don't think you can. And but we're happy to be blessed to be able to wear it.
We got a great show today.
We do. Great young lady with us today. Does a lot to make people aware of what's going on, not only in their environment, but in their own personal lives. That's phenomenal.
So in this first segment, Rochelle Asbury, with her book, Joy is in the Now Place.
Yeah, the Now Place. Now that's what I'm going to ask her about. Define for me the Now Place.
Yeah, I think a lot of people miss that.
Yes.
And also, she's an entrepreneur, inspirational public speaker, health advocate, just doing a lot of wonderful things for people.
And I believe she's happy to be here with us as well.
Yeah, I think people are going to really like her. So we want you to stay tuned right here on WHMB Channel 40. If you've missed any of the shows and you want to see this one over again.
YouTube.
Yes. That's right. Go to our YouTube channel, WHMB TV 40, and you can see this show and other shows over and over and over again. Also, like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook.
Yes, on Facebook, and on Facebook we're very positive.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of things on Facebook that are positive, but Real People, Real Voices is a positive movement on Facebook.
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook. We really need your support. You're going to be blessed on the day, so stay tuned right here on WHMB TV 40. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm James Jackson.
Pastor Wayne Moore.
And again, in this first segment, we have Rochelle Asbury, who is with us.
That's right.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you, Miss Rochelle.
Thank you.
We want to get right into it.
Okay.
This incredible book you have, Joy is in the Now Place.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me, like I said before. This book really has touched my heart, and I am a healthcare advocate. I've been, I always try to tell people when I go out to speak at companies or organizations or churches, we can have all these wonderful dreams and all these wonderful plans, but it has to start with health. And health is so important. And by trade, I'm a certified massage therapist over 20 years. I also make my own natural hair and body care products that we ship all over the country. But what's been true and dear to my heart is just trying to gather information that people can read about and just kind of use it for, for their growth. And when I wrote the book, Joy is in the Now Place, I've always had the urgency to be present. Because what happens is, in my opinion, that we either get too stuck in the past on the woulda, couldas, and shoulda, or we get too anxious about the future, the what ifs and why nots. But the real life, I believe, in you being a pastor and you being an advocate of the community, life is right now. And I tell people a lot of times we get so busy, and I'm a wife and a mother and an entrepreneur, but when I have to allow myself just a chance to sit and be still, that's where the life is at. That's where clarity is, because I think we just get too scattered. And if you ever want answers to your prayers, sometimes we just have to sit still. And a very important scripture of the Bible is be still and know. Anytime in my life when I wanted to know something, I had to still myself, and I think that has been a benefit.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. Tell me,
Yes.
Rochelle,
Okay.
about this two words in this title.
Okay.
Now Place.
Okay. I'm glad you asked. Well, I believe that the very present moment that you allow yourself to be still, it's a place. I believe it's a place. It's right now. There's a place. Like you and I we're sitting here having this moment together. It's a place. And sometimes we have to go to that place. And, as I kind of tour the community, people are always asking me that question. Well, how do I get to this now place? You're right there right now.
Yeah, that's interesting. As a fellow by the name of Neville Goddard, great philosopher, and he talks about, tomorrow's not promised.
That's correct.
Which is biblical.
Right.
Yeah.
And yesterday's gone.
That's right.
So what you really have is now.
Right now.
Now.
I agree with you, Rochelle. I agree with you.
Appreciate that.
I agree with Goddard as well. We have a now place, and we have to make the best
Right now.
of our now place right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
In your book, there's a chapter on getting out of your own way.
Oh.
And
I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that, and in fact, I have a friend, Ken Johnson. He always talks about people getting out of their own way. Talk to us about that.
Well, I just think a lot of times, you know, I have to ask myself, or people that I'm around, you know, are we living in fear, or are we living, you know, in faith? And we have to really kind of analyze that, because a lot of times when we allow ourselves to be honest with ourselves, it's usually fear. And that fear is what usually stops us. And not because we're not important, not because we're not smart enough. It's because I think we're sometimes afraid of how powerful we are. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, you know, if we will just move out our own way, because we'll sit there and say, well, you know, maybe I'm not rich enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not slim enough. And all those things, I believe, is just from the adversary, because we're so powerful. And if we just move out of our way, you know, out our own way, because a lot of times we can blame, well, it's Mama Nim, it's Auntie Nim, but at the end of the day, I believe a lot of times it's us.
It takes a strong initiative to move yourself.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Out of your own way. And it takes a lot of redefining.
Yes.
If you're going to make that move.
Exactly.
You just can't up and say, I'm going to make this move and I'm going to go to this particular now place.
Right.
Can't get there unless you redefine yourself in the process.
Right. Well, for me, I just look at it like you got to ask for help, and you got to look around and see, you know, who's in your corner. For me, you know, allowing myself to be still and know. For me, I had to go to God. I had to go to God for help, and because I knew what I was doing wasn't as productive. I just felt drained here. You know, I felt that, you know, I traveled the country, you know, I met a lot of wonderful people, but I had to allow myself to get some clarity. Mm-hmm. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter what age or stage you are in, that we all need some help. And so that's one of the things I think that's helped me to propel myself forward in my family.
So your book, is it available online?
Yes, it's available at Amazon.com, and you can just certainly go to, you know, to the search engine at Amazon and type in either my first and last name, which is Rochelle Asbury, Asberry, not Urry, or just put in the title, Joy is in the Now Place, or you can contact me here in Indianapolis.
Well, certainly I want to congratulate you on authoring the book. And I want to ask you the question, what precipitated authoring this book?
Wow. Well, I think what had happened, and it's happened a long time ago in my life, that my grandmother was really instrumental in my upbringing. She really helped support my mom and dad as they worked raising me. And she, even though by society's lingo, they would say she was illiterate. She had a 4th grade education, but she was so wise. And she would always tell me, she says, my name is Rochelle, of course, but she would call me Ro. She said, Ro, you're going to do great things in this world. You're going to, you know, touch many lives. And I said, well, Grandma, if I do that, I'm going to have to take you on an airplane ride. And she says, well, I believe you're going to do all that, but you can't take Grandma on the airplane. I need to have my feet level on the ground. But I think what really got me along the way is just knowing how important it is to be present. Because even though my grandmother was very, very wise, she would always save things for a later date. And I talk about that in the book. I won't tell you a whole lot because I want you to be able to experience the book. But she just waited, and she was a maid, and she, you know, she got all these beautiful things from her brothers that was overseas in the military. And she would never even wear them, or she would even use them. She says, you know what, babe, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use that on a rainy day. Mm-hmm. And those rainy days came and went, and she never enjoyed those things. But I always remember her saying, you know, just keep praying, be still. And when that moment that I was still, probably about a couple of years ago, God pressed it on my heart to write a book. And I was like, well, you know, I don't know about that. But again, it was like, get out of your own way. Mm-hmm. I believe if it's, you know, if it comes from the heart, comes from God, He will give you all the necessary tools. And he kept dropping those seeds in my life to give me the necessary tools.
Joy is in the now place.
That's correct.
All right.
It's joy right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, we certainly have enjoyed having you on the show.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Hope you can come back again.
Wish you much success.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time.
We want you to stay tuned right here on WHMB TV 40 on Real People, Real Voices. We have Mike Ford
He's on
coming
his own.
in the
Yes.
next segment to talk about how you can get physically fit. I know that there are people who's got some resolutions.
Yes, I know some people. I'm not one of them, but
You're
I
not one of
know
them?
but I know several
Well,
people.
you have some resolutions.
Yeah, not that one.
Not in fitness. No. Okay. But if you do, you want to stay tuned. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm Pastor Wayne Moore.
And we have here with us a fitness expert, not just talking about fitness, but he also exemplifies it, Mike Ford.
Hey.
Welcome to the program.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
Happy to
man.
have you back. You haven't put on any weight since you left, have you?
Now, I worked, Mike was my personal trainer for almost 6 months, and my wife was very, very pleased with the results.
Okay. All right. You got me blushing on that.
I had some incredible gains.
Yeah, it was amazing. I actually was really proud to work with him because his body, he gave me so many exercises that I could do. So I believe he was kind of nervous with going heavier. You know, I believe he had only went on his legs like 225 pounds.
I had never gone that far.
Oh, so that wasn't the highest?
No,
Actually, it was a little under?
135.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was amazing for
You
me.
got the wrong Reverend Jackson.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, but once we got to doing the numbers and he got to understanding how the numbers are, if you can do 6 or 8 of these, then I know I can get 4 and 2 and 1 of those.
Right.
And we went all the way up to 400.
Yeah.
And 5 pounds.
415.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't take my
yeah, I
15
know. I'm not gonna
pounds.
take the 15, but I mean to go over 400 pounds
Yeah.
and you're not competing in a sport or nothing in that nature, it was amazing to me. It was amazing to be able to do that.
And you were a big part of that, just encouraging me and showing me how to get there and pushing me. And we were talking before we came on air about how this is the busy time. To kind of talk about that, because there are people at the beginning of the year, they make these resolutions and then kind of fall off and back and forth. How do people sustain what they gain?
It's only one word: results. It's a magnet. It's a magnet to your mind, your spirit, your skin, the way you feel, the energy level that you have throughout the day, and it makes it real hard for you when you done stop working out for a week or two and you see how I got to get back, and your mind constantly beats you up. So once you do get back into that rhythm, even if you slow the days down. Now, let's say, you know, like we were working out 3 days a week. We got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we got the days in between to heal. Well, let's say when it starts to slow down in June and July, because it's vacation time, it's summer, stuff like that, and the weather's good, at least break it down to 1 or 2 days. So that way you can still stay in your rhythm to not, instead of just totally nothing.
Cutting it down.
That would be the best way.
Yeah.
But overall is the results. And that's what I try to build is a relationship with the client. So therefore they are happy about staying in that rhythm versus, I gotta go back in here, I'm gonna be out of breath, I'm gonna be tired. But once you do feel and you happy because you know you getting stronger and you know you getting to try new stuff, that right there, staying in that rhythm makes you
Tell us
wanna
about the eating
stay in
habits
tune.
of this.
That's a big part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Very big part, because your six-pack is made in the kitchen, not in the gym. That's how.
Say that again.
Your six-pack is made in the kitchen, not in the gym. I mean, it's a lot of cute exercises to do in the gym, but they're not going to give you that six-pack.
Okay.
The food gives you the six-pack.
Okay.
So that's really where it's at.
Well, I have a 24-pack.
Okay.
I'm not going.
You sure you're not a leader?
Yeah. So,
But that's all it is. And I would say in a gradual way, just make sure you got plenty of color
Right.
in your food. Right there, automatically, you know you got everything that you need. You got your protein, your carbs, you got your veggies. And as long as you stay in that rhythm and start breaking it down, you'll be fine.
You know, Mike, some of the things you show me, and this Mike Ford Fitness Center
Yeah.
over on Keystone.
On 44th and Keystone at the light.
Yeah, and you'll see a big billboard on top of the building. You'll see Mike on there.
Yeah.
Can't miss it.
Yeah.
But some of the things, you know, you're not just a personal trainer, but one of the things I was also impressed with is your knowledge of how the body works, how the muscles are connected, if you wanted form in the muscle, you know, how there was a certain way you had to do the exercises to get that.
Right, and that's why it's so hard for me to do groups. I know a lot of other trainers, they always text me and call me. They say, Mike, why don't you do groups? Because I like working with the person one-on-one because I know how he's holding the bar, and I want to make sure that we tilting the bar to make that tricep come out while we're doing the exercises. And when you got 10 people moving around, it's hard to be on top of them.
You're needing personal attention.
Right, and then as once he got to going up to like 400 pounds on his back, he know I'm right there. He know I'm right up under, I'm right up, my arm is right up under his arm on the bar.
Right.
So therefore, he's not worried about, is this gonna fall or hurt me? He can feel right then and there that I got it, and we're gonna put it back in there gently. So, even though it's 400 pounds. So, and I think that's that confidence that we build when we go past 200, 300, 400, you know, as the weight constantly increases. Right. So that's a good bond because that's somebody else's life.
Yeah, right, yeah, absolutely.
Somebody else's life to not just be standing in the distance and allow them to just go. And so I like to do it, and I like to run with you too. I run with you. Yeah, even though I'm from 6 in the morning to 8 at night, but I still, individually, I'll run with them to let them know that I feel it's always motivation to have somebody do it with you, because you really don't be wanting to do it. You've been running all day at work, you know. But I think that's what gives you the push you need.
And you call it the program.
Yeah.
In that you don't allow it to become monotonous. You changed it up. Now, one
All
of the
the
things
time.
that I hated
All
that
the time.
you made me do was burpees.
Nobody,
burpees.
I have never found nobody that likes those.
You know what the burpees are?
Man, I don't know anything that you guys are talking about. All I know is a therapy pool, back and forth.
Okay.
No swimming. No.
Okay.
All that other stuff.
That's
about,
good too.
But that is
That's
good.
fitness.
I know it's good. It's real good compared to what you all are talking about.
Yeah.
But you tell me about the burping process.
It's not burping. They call it. I don't know where's the name burpee come from.
I
Anyway?
don't know.
It's burpee?
Yeah, it's called burpees.
Okay.
You actually go down in a push-up position. You kick your legs back. You bring your knees up to your chest, and you jump up in the air.
Oh yeah.
And then you
Full
jump
body-
back down.
full body
Well, he's not
workout.
familiar with that. He was not the athlete to understand
Oh,
that.
okay.
We did that on the football field.
Oh,
Do you remember
okay.
doing
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, we did. I think they were haymakers or something like that.
Now see, haymakers.
Yeah, just exciting names
But-
that you don't want to look for.
Now,
Yeah,
but
right.
I know.
with that, because we were doing the weights, and then you would have me do the burpees, and for our viewing audience, because a lot of times if you're just doing the weight workout and forgetting the cardio, for the people who want to burn a lot of calories, keeping your heart rate up, so you have me lift the weights and then do the cardio.
It's a lot. We did the ropes. We pushed the sleds. We pulled the sleds. We flipped tires. So it's a lot of weighted cardio that we did. I always mix it up because your body will plateau too, and then you'll be stuck where you're not losing weight and you're not gaining no weight, but you're just there. So that's something that we
How do you
always
break
want to
that?
avoid.
Mike, how do you break the plateau?
By constantly shaping and molding with that person's body, because each day is different. Today he may come in there and he can lift the whole gym, and then he's got some days he come in there and be like, oh, this is heavy. So your body, we got to always go off of what your body's saying, and to me that's a good trainer. a person that knows where to turn it up or turn it down, and not hurt the person or not pull a muscle, not strain nothing. He's still fine. See?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
He
Sister
agrees.
Jackson
He
said
agrees.
you're
He's
fine
fine.
too. So you
Oh,
already
yeah, his
told
wife
us
said
that.
it.
So you are fine.
Well, she said that.
She said it.
Yeah. So you have a lot of clients. You're also known as a celebrity trainer.
Oh, that's what Reggie said.
But I think at the end of the day, because I met a lot of people, some of them were not what you would call celebrities, just normal people. But the thing is, I don't think I encountered anybody who was not getting results, and I think you should be commended for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But I also like the type of drive that you brought, too, because it made it so easy for me. Because some people be like, oh, no, Mike, I'm not doing that. And then you be like, but when you have somebody that's just ready to go, so yeah, I was real happy about that. And then I was happy that you even was there. You kept showing up on time.
Yeah, I didn't miss.
So I was happy about that because it is fun. It is real fun when you get to see people's bodies changing and they actually listening to you on the form at the right moments.
Yeah.
Because it's a split second of keeping your toes and all of that. So yeah, it's nice.
Well, thanks again for being here.
Thanks, Mike,
really
for coming
appreciate
back.
it.
Thanks for helping my friend out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, and thank you for joining us. I want you to keep coming back so you can get your weekly workout of community involvement. We hope to see you next time right here on Real People, Real Voices. Don't go away. We'll be back with the rundown. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm James Jackson, your host.
I'm Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm Faith McKinney.
And we are glad that you've joined us again. What a great segment. We had the author with the Joy is in the Now Place and Mike Ford with Physical
Rochelle.
Fitness.
Right, Rochelle Asbury. Man, she's amazing. She's been a massage therapist for years, and now she wrote a book. She's wrote her story.
Well, you know, that massage therapy comes in handy after workouts.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a good Christian woman too. She attends one of the local churches here, great church, historical church, and she's very active in her church. It's good to see Christian people, saved people, doing things in the community to help other people, and that's phenomenal.
And she's been with her church over 20 years.
Yes, and not only that, she's an asset to it, and that's good to know that she's doing that.
Faith, do you have any resolutions for fitness?
Well, yes, to get back to the gym, Mike Ford is calling me, get back. You know, and these past few months, getting over the holidays is always hard. You know, everybody loves to cook and bring food to the table and bring cakes, and I'm allergic to not eating cake. And so, yeah, I got to go back to the gym.
Allergic to not eating.
Allergic to not eating
I never
cake.
heard it put that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I resolved to get back in the gym
Okay.
as soon as it gets warm.
Well, you've got one of the best trainers to help you do that.
I sure do.
And you know, the whole fitness aspect, fitness centers, I mean, it is just going through the roof.
Yeah, I have a daughter. I have a son-in-law who's into it, and they're doing phenomenal at it. And I'm still thinking about, I've been thinking for some time about, getting into
A little more? I mean, you're in the
I'm
pool,
already,
though.
yeah,
You're in
I
the
do
pool.
the executive workout.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So we hope that you have your plans for fitness and staying healthy.
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you on the next show. Until then, God bless you and thank you.